Okay, so today's objectives for the lesson, radical expressions, be able to use the product property of square roots, quotient property of square roots, and simplifying square roots using all properties. The last one is just a combination of 1 and 2, and again, at any time if you need to stop and rewind anything, feel free to do that. Let's begin with some background info. Okay, so a nice way to teach this lesson is to understand one of the properties that you'll use a lot in calculus. Even though this is an algebra class, teaching the calculus way may help students out a lot more. So if you have the square root of a smiley face, which is right here, square root smiley face is going to be equal to smiley face to the 1/2 power. And so let's apply this to something like the square root of 16. We know the square root of 16 to be 4, but let's apply the calculus rule to the square root of 16. So if I have the square root of 16, I know that it's going to be 16 to the 1/2 power. I know that 16 is also the same thing as 4 squared. And in the last unit, we were going over properties of powers. So if you have 1/2 on the outside, what I was teaching my class is the technique of Spider-Man. So it's like the reverse of distributing. You're going to Spider-Man whatever is inside the parentheses, so the 1/2 would go to my 2. 1/2 times 2 is 2 over 2, which is the same thing as 1. 4 to the first power is going to be 4. And so that is the more advanced version of why the square root of 16 is equal to 4. In algebra, we know for a fact that 4 times 4 equals 16, and that's what the square root is. But this is applying that calculus rule of if you have the square root of something, it's going to be that something to this 1/2 power. So let's actually apply